Welcome back to A Life Unpacked. It is Sunday morning. I have actually canceled my body balance class. Aerith woke up this morning and she's been throwing up most of the morning. I think she's finally back to normal. It's been about an hour and a half since she's thrown up, so that's good. And she's looking perky and bright-eyed. She looks like her normal self. I made her some chicken and rice, but I wanted to kind of keep an eye on her for a couple of hours. We have an ice hockey game this afternoon, so I may have the neighbors stop in and just check on her like halfway through the hockey game, just to be sure that she's okay. I think she'll be fine. She's looking okay, but you never know. Really stressed me out this morning. I don't know what's going on. She didn't want to eat her breakfast, so now I'm withholding food on purpose. So we'll see if she's kind of good. I did give her a little piece of chicken when the chicken finished. And now that I'm talking, she's coming over and investigating because she does not like me talking to anything other than her. So she is here. Let's come down to her. Right? Hi. You feeling better? So, yeah, she looks like she's feeling better. You know, she's looking pretty bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. And, you know, been checking on her gums. They're looking pretty good and pink. So we'll keep an eye on her for the next couple of hours, but it's touch and go. We'll see how she's feeling. But yeah, my neighbor might come over and look at her. I gotta go see if they're home today, first of all. But yeah, ice hockey game. So we'll be doing that. That starts at 2, I believe. Yeah, 2 o'clock. So we'll be leaving here around 1 o'clock, and then the hockey game will go until probably about 4 or 5 o'clock, and then we will be home around 6. So yeah, I don't like leaving her that long. Maybe me or Jeff will stay home if she's still looking a little worse for wear, right? I'm worried about you, honey. I know. She's so cute. Other than that, this week is our anniversary on Thursday, so we'll probably be doing something a little bit special. I don't think we're gonna go out. We may just like grab some sushi and stay at home for the night. It's a Thursday night, so I know like we got work in the morning and it's at the end of the week, so we probably just won't want to go out. So we'll see what we get up to this week. All right, let's go.
Tell mommy, we're ready. We're ready.
Got some pups.
I know, I will not be able to see you.
Tiger, you should warn all my rivals. I aim for them like a sniper. Got the heart of a lion, there ain't no denying. Made a promise I plan to keep. Blood, sweat, and tears, now we're about to shift gears. I'ma knock you right off your feet. Can you hear the thunder roll? Welcome to the jungle. I'ma take what's mine and take what's yours. Lord have mercy for the coming storm. So bonafide you can't ignore.
You had emergency vet? Not feeling good, huh? You okay? So me and Aerith are still at the emergency vet. So I don't remember if I started the vlog with this information, but Aerith's been throwing up since 5 o'clock this morning. She threw up about 10 times now. Her last time she threw up was around 4 o'clock, and it is now almost 10. So it's been almost 6 hours since she'd thrown up. And I think she's doing better, but I'm already here at the vet's. We've been waiting for 4 hours now. I feel like I just want them to see her and just like poke around and confirm that she's good. She is still kind of heavy panting a little bit here and there. And she was shaking inside, but now that we're sitting in the car, she's a little bit better. But I think she was just nervous inside the office. I don't know if she's got something in her stomach or if she's just like got something that's bothering her. She ate something bad. I don't really know what's going on with her, but yeah, so we're still here. I'm exhausted and I'm hungry, and I probably am going to call in to work tomorrow because now I'm just so tired. We'll see what they say about Aerith. I don't know if I'm going to update tonight because I'm extremely tired, like I said, so I'll probably update tomorrow. Dogs, you know, they're worth everything, but also the stress it's so exhausting. Oh, I just hope she's okay. All right, well, we'll update you tomorrow. It is like 85 and super humid outside. I don't know what is going on. It's not 85. Let's see here. 76 and humid outside, and it was snowing a week ago. I don't know what's going on. Anyway, today is a few days later from our trip to the dog ER. So this vlog this week is turning into a dog week. So let's go over what happened. Miss Aerith started throwing up on Sunday at like 5 a.m. She continued to throw up most of the morning and afternoon. She was not able to keep down food. She didn't have any interest in eating. When she did eat, I gave her a couple pieces of like boiled chicken, and she did eat that, and then she just threw it right back up again. She was drinking water and then throwing up. She threw up in a total about 10 times. Now you will also notice that we had the hockey game that day. So what ended up happening was when Jeff woke up, we decided that he was going to stay here with her and see how she fared. I wasn't completely convinced when I asked him to stay with her that she needed to go to the ER. I thought she was done throwing up at that point. It had been 3 hours since she last threw up when I talked to him. So he said he would stay here because the arena has a lot of steps. He's got his hurt foot still he's dealing with. So I was gonna go. I really wanted to go. I was really excited about going to this game. So he decided he'd stay here. So maybe about 10, 15 minutes before the rest of my family got here to pick me up, she started throwing up again. She threw up 2 more times, and then she was like panting very heavily and shaking a little bit. So I was like, I gotta take her to the ER vet. Everyone convinced me not to take her in because you know, when Chris came in, she was all excited to see him, and she's not lethargic at all. She had complete full energy. She was, you know, when she was being idle is when she was doing a little panting and the shaking and basically the throwing up. So, you know, they convinced me like she's just probably got a stomach issue. She's going to throw up for the day. It'll be fine. So I went to the game. We enjoyed the game for 2 periods, and then everyone asked me if I wanted to go home, and I did. I wanted to go home. I wanted to take her to the emergency vet. Jeff was updating me while I was at the game, and she had thrown up 3 more times, and he said she was very uncomfortable moving around the house consistently. So I was too worried at that point. So we came home early, which was fine. We were losing the hockey game anyway. We came home, and I took her into the ER vet. We signed up and we sat in the lobby. So we sat in the lobby for about 4 hours, and she would just sit on the floor and she would shake a little bit and pant. And I think it kind of got worse when we were there. And I think it got worse when we were there because it's scary. It's a different place, different smells. There's other dogs there, other dogs that are sick there. You know, so she was nervous and upset. Now at this time so I took her to the ER vet at 4 o'clock. She had last thrown up 5 o'clock. I took her to the ER vet. She last threw up around 4 o'clock. So I got up to the emergency vet about 5:30. We started waiting. So after about 4 hours of waiting in the lobby, we finally got seen for vitals. Somebody came out, talked to me about her symptoms, took her temperature, checked her heart rate, stuff like that. And then she said, hey, listen, we're really busy. You know, there's only one doctor on. We'll see when we can get to you. She said, do you want to go sit in your car to wait, or would you prefer to wait inside the lobby? And I said, we'll wait in the lobby. So I went back out to the lobby thinking, oh, the doctor will be with us kind of maybe soon, maybe like, you know, a half an hour or so. So we went out to the lobby, and they gave me like a blanket to let her like lay down in the lobby on, and she laid down on it for like a little bit, but then she kept moving around again. So, and she looked like she was like falling asleep. I mean, clearly she had been exhausted. So I said, okay, that's fine. Let's go out to the car, and I'll see if I can get her to sleep a little bit in the car. I told the ladies that I was going to go sit in the car. They took my phone number, obviously, to call me when she was ready to go in. So we sat in the car, and she stopped panting, she stopped shaking, and she actually, I think, fell asleep at one point. And this was now 6 hours later. Well, not 6 hours later. In total, since I got to the vet, 6 hours. She still hadn't thrown up. So I was like, okay, 6 hours of us being here and she hasn't thrown up, plus an hour when she was at home so she hasn't thrown up for like 7 hours now. So I was like, okay, she's resting comfortably. She's no longer panting. She's not shaking. I was like, it was 11 o'clock. I was like, I'm taking her home. Hi, honey. I said, I'm taking her home. So I went in, I talked to the vet inside, and I was like, listen, I said, you guys are busy clearly, and I'm just going to take her. I'm going to take her home, and we're just going to figure it out tomorrow. If I have to take her into my vet, then I'll do that. So, and then of course, as I was telling her this, there's the other receptionist on the phone. She's like telling this woman to calm down, don't rush, drive normally, don't get into an accident on your way over, all this stuff, right? So I'm like, oh my gosh. So here comes this woman who's going to be more critical than Aerith. They deemed Aerith as stable, so that's why she wasn't getting seen right away. So we go to leave, and now here comes this guy and this girl through the parking lot with two puppies in their arms, and these dogs are like completely flaccid in their arms, like completely limp dogs. I'm like, oh great, these two dogs are going to take priority over her, obviously. So I was like, we're not doing this. So here she is. What a good girl. What a good girl. So yeah, so we what did we do? We went home, and I gave her a little bit of chicken and rice, and she didn't throw up. She went to sleep that night, and she was good. She hasn't thrown up since. So now she's kind of finally getting back to her normal self. Obviously her personality is back. She's back to being our crazy girl. She's been barking at the vacuum all morning. Right, honey? Also, while I was there, so this was on Sunday. So Monday morning, yesterday morning, we were supposed to bring in Asher to get his x-rays for his surgery. So, but while I was there waiting with Aerith, this is the same like veterinarian hospital. They have like a 24-hour thing, and they do surgeries for CCL tears. So I'm sitting in the lobby, this other corgi comes in, of course also throwing up, but this woman, I get talking to her, and she runs like the area's corgi meetups, the corgi races. She's like really involved in the corgi community here, and she's had several herself. She has 2 right now. Hers are both seniors. They're like 11 and 12, I think she said. But she got talking to me about Asher's CCL repair, and she really convinced me to cancel the surgery and to try red light therapy first. She said she's had a couple of dogs that have had CCL tears, and she successfully rehabilitated them with red light therapy and hydrotherapy. So, and Asher was scheduled to do hydrotherapy after the surgery either way. So I was like, okay, well, this would be less invasive, way less money. Doing red light therapy and hydrotherapy costs around roughly $2,000 versus the $10,000 it would be to have the surgery. So she told me that actually the dog that she had there just had red light therapy a couple of months ago. And he's doing fantastic now. It doesn't even look like he's got any kind of issues. So, and on top of that, this vet that we were going to be going to is 30 minutes away from me. So I'd have to drive him 30 minutes. The place that does the red light therapy is right here in the town that I live in. So it'll be like a 10-minute drive to get Asher over to the therapist. So I'm going to make the phone call tomorrow, probably. I'm going to try to remember to make it tomorrow. We're going to set him up with that. They also have a surgeon there that will do surgeries on CCL tears too, so I could also potentially talk to that doctor and do surgery through them if their physical therapy person decides that, yeah, he should probably have surgery because his therapy's not going as well as we want it to. So that's what the plan is right now. We decided this is going to be better for Asher because he barely shows any kind of issues with walking right now. Only on occasion do we see any kind of like limping from him. So I do think it is possible.
It's lifting and moving.
Yeah, it's like lifting and moving his leg and stuff like that. Like it's very minimal that we notice issues. So, you know, this might be better just to do a little bit of therapy, see how it goes, see how he reacts to it, and then we'll go from there. So we're gonna set that up. This week has been a lot. That's it for today. We're crashing for the day. There's thunderstorms. I was gonna do yard work, but now there's supposed to be thunderstorms happening here any minute, and it's looking kind of dark out there, so the grass is all wet. I'm not gonna do anything today. I think the rest of the week it's supposed to rain. It's not supposed to be nice until like Saturday, and then I've got personal training, which I'm not gonna do yard work on personal training day. So the yard work is a whole thing that we have to go into with figuring out what we're doing between our house and Phil's house, Jeff's dad's house. His dad's got mobility issues. He can't do his own lawn. So we have to figure out what we're going to do for his lawn. Right now, what we might do is have the neighbor boy that lives next door to us do our yard. And I'll go over to Phil's house and do his yard. That's what it's kind of looking like it's going to be. It looks like our grass could already use the cutting because we fertilized it a couple of weeks ago and it's already growing like a jungle out there. So yeah, so I have to talk to the neighbors also and see if we can get that figured out. But I'll still have to like clean up our flower beds and stuff here because, you know, the kid next door, he's like 13. He's not going to do the flower beds. I don't expect him to do that. So I'll take care of that kind of stuff. But yeah. All right, I got to get these dishes done and get some dinner cooking, and we'll talk to you guys later. Hi, hello. Editing Nicole here. So this clip completely has no audio because I had my earbuds connected to my phone and I didn't realize that they were still connected. So the entire time I'm jibber jabbering away in this clip, all you can hear is Asher and his little toenails click-clacking around the office. So, and you obviously couldn't hear anything I'm saying. I also can't hear anything I'm saying. And I can't remember a lickety-split of what I was saying during this clip. However, I do want to come in here and while you get annoyed with me because my voice does not match up to my lips right now. But this evening we were going to Buoy Thai Sushi for our anniversary dinner. So me and Jeff celebrated 16 years this day. So we got married in 2010. And sushi is one of our most favorite foods, so we decided to go there. We invited Chris and Tracy to come along with us. The dinner was fantastic. Later in the video, I do have clips from that dinner. However, I don't go back to discuss it. But again, as always, the restaurant's very busy when it comes to DoorDash. It's not very busy when it comes to like in-guest dining. So there was like one other group of people that came in probably about halfway through us dining. So it's always nice to go there because it's so nice and quiet. The food is always fantastic there, and they give such good, like, big portions of fish that it's just the all-time favorite restaurant. Also, in this clip, I know I'm talking about the outdoor gardens in the backyard. I'm working to clean up the yard work. I've done the front yard so far, but I haven't touched the backyard. However, this day was so beautiful that I knew the flowers were starting to bloom and it was starting to become springtime, and I was excited to bring you guys outside and take a look at the flowers out there. However, again, that clip also was still connected to my earbuds. So we'll kind of talk through it and hopefully I can remember what we were talking about. So let's go ahead and get outside. So first we have our outdoor patio furniture, which I've pulled out. I haven't wiped it down yet, and it still doesn't have its cushions. And I'm also missing our awning, which is usually going over the top of this section. It's like an easy up tent that's still in the storage. Over here in my first flower bed, we have some lily of the valleys, I believe. Now these are poisonous to dogs, but we do have a fence put up, so then that way the dogs don't get into it. And as you can see, I also haven't used the rake on any of the old stuff here. So you're just gonna ignore that and look at the fresh, new, beautiful flowers that are blooming instead. These are my lilac bushes. They are getting pretty large this year. Last year was the first time the bigger one here on the left bloomed. So I'm hoping to see more blooms this year. Then we have a burning bush over here, which looks like it's kind of half dead. I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but hopefully it will start growing some leaves on that other section. Over in this corner, I have a yucca plant here in the back corner. And again, I haven't cleaned out any of this, but that's my yucca over there. And it usually blooms pretty, like every other year. I can't remember if it bloomed last year, but it should maybe bloom this year. I was saying they look like pineapples. And then I have some ornamental grass in the back here. And then this is my weeping cherry tree. And it's just starting to bloom. Just I think these were the only 2 blooms on the whole thing, but you can see all of the pink that's ready to pop open any day. This is my cherry blossom tree, and that was starting to go into full bloom. I remember when I planted this, it was so small. It's grown so big over the years. And then over here I have, this is a peony bush. I love peonies. I have one here and I have one on the other side. It gets really large in this area. Takes up this whole space. And then I have a sedum here that's growing. And then I have 2 rose bushes. This is my larger one. It really has a ton of roses on it. Once it starts blooming, you can see it's got some pretty good growth starting to happen. I do need to prune this back a little bit because it is getting a little out of control. This is my other one. I planted them at the same time. This one stayed really small. I'm not really sure why, but you know, there's a huge difference between the 2. Again, I'm not really sure why that caused that to happen, but they're very pretty when they bloom. All right, we made it to the restaurant. I got a Thai iced tea. There is nobody here. Empty. But that's why we like this place. Let's see what we get. What do you have here? It's
Boston and Alaska.
Boston and Alaska. And what are these 2?
A lovely and a spicy, crunchy roll. Salmon.
Spicy, crunchy.
I think it's salmon.
Oh, salmon. Okay. Let's see what me and Jeff get. Oh, thank you. Wow. And volcano. Perfect. Thank you. Volcano. And sashimi. Oh, it looks so good.
Anything else?
Look at that right now.
No, thank you.
We're good. Thank you.
Yummy. What were your rolls again?
Boston Dynamite,
What's up, Boston?
Dollar General, and Dragon. Black Dragon. Black
This
Dragon.
one has shrimp in it.
The week is done. It is Saturday today. I'm at the gym. I'm in between my personal training and body balance class. And yeah, let's see here. We had such an eventful week. Hockey games. Was that this week? Yeah. Oh, that was this week. That was last Sunday. Yeah, hockey games, taking Aerith to the vet. Wow, it feels like so long ago. She's been doing fantastic the rest of the week, by the way. The dog. 100% gaslighting me. 100% gaslighting me. Anyway, yeah, then we had, work has been a nightmare. Just putting out fires left and right, but that seems par for the course lately at work. So then, you know, we had our anniversary, and yesterday I did a bunch of errands for Phil, Jeff's dad. He had some grocery shopping that needed to be done, so I did some grocery shopping for him. And let's see, what else did we do? Our yard work first April 16th, first day this year that we mowed the grass. So yep, the grass got mowed this week. I should mow the front grass, but we're gonna leave that one doesn't need to be mowed as much. Let's see, what else did we have going on? I guess that's kind of it. Yeah, it just seems like it's been a year this past week. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me again. I know it's been a stressful one, but you know, we made it through the week and it's okay. The animals are okay, and we have the means to be able to protect them and to do everything we can for them. And that's all that matters. Let's see. I feel like I'm blinking a lot. Ugh, my eye. I got like sweat in my eye. It's just. Ugh. Oh, this week I finished reading Gleam. No, I finished reading Glow. That's the 4th book in the Play to Prisoner series, and I moved on to Gold. So that's kind of like my little mini reading update. I'm still reading Project Hail Mary and The Spell Shop. So those books are going to be, I'm going to read Gold. I'm going to try to get through Gold a little bit faster, so then that way my book club has like, I would like to finish it like this next week. And then that way my book club has like a whole week that they're still reading it, that I can read something else. And then maybe I can finish up like The Spell Shop, or, what's the other book that I'm reading? I'll just put it here. It's the space book. This is the Salvagers is the name of the series, but it's like a bad deal for the whole galaxy or something. A bad deal for the whole world. I don't remember what it is, but anyway, I'm still reading that one, so I'd like to finish that book up. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. So anyway, thanks for sticking around. I will talk to you guys next week. Bye.